Welcome to Giri's 5 best most amazing moves of all time. And we're going to, in this video, look at 5 miraculous moments where Giri plays a fabulous move to get a decisive advantage. And Giri is playing the candidates, and obviously everyone jokes about him being a draw master as he drew all of his games last time around, but he has real style and people forget just how tactical he can be, as we're going to see in these 5 short examples. Do like and subscribe to the channel now. We're starting with a nice easy one for this first one, and one I hope a lot of you get. A typical pattern here. Giri forces checkmate. White to play and win. Can you find the right move? Well, 3 is often a magic number, and that is the case here. White has 3 attackers, and with the move queen takes f7 check, checkmate is forced. And this is a very common idea. The point being, if rook takes queen, we continue with the most aggressive and forcing moves. Checks, rook e8, rook comes back, and now bishop comes in, and we finally deliver this back rank checkmate. So very nice stuff there from Giri. We have a very double-edged position for this second example, and Giri likes to fight. If you just think he plays boring draws all the time, that's not true, and this position shows that. Both kings are in great danger, and in these kind of positions, it's often the side which has the tempo that should cause the most damage and look for forcing moves, and that's exactly what Giri does here. Can you find the move? Rook to h8 check, and this is a beautiful way to trap that black king in the corner. It has to be captured, and now bishop takes f7 keeps that king trapped on the Harry file where it can't escape, with a white rook or a white queen coming to deliver checkmate very soon. Black tried bishop takes b2 check with some ideas of opening the b file, but Giri just has to avoid the checks, and he does so by sliding the king to b1, and black resigns as there's nowhere to run to anymore. And here we see Giri duffing up Morozevich, a very talented player of his own right. And he's gone sacrificing through a lot of this opening start of the game, and now he comes up with another blow. The black king clearly in danger, and we need to keep applying pressure to that piece. How can we do so? Look for the checks, look for the captures. Bishop f6 check, and I love this move, seemingly putting the bishop on a square where it can be captured, but of course if it is captured, the white queen slides in with devastating effect, even taking the rook next move with mate. But maybe even better is this one actually, rook to c8. And after bishop f6 check, Morozevich tried to block that one, but you can see just how bare the king is on d8. And now the queen slides in, knight d7, trying anything to block the checks, and a very cute move, bishop to d4. This bishop being the all-important piece, and the idea is to come to b6, or after rook to c7, queen to a8 with checkmate next move. Don't underestimate Giri's attacking power. When he's given a chance, he can be as good as anyone in the world. Great players have great vision, and they can see tactics that the mortal humans and mortal GMs among us, very mortal, cannot often see. And that is the case here. Giri has a lovely arrangement of pieces and a deadly pawn on f4. But how can he cash in on these positional assets? Can you see the move he played? Bishop takes h3, a very forcing move. And this is finding a way through to the white king. And in the game against Nisiviano, a very strong player from Romania, grandmaster, white simply played queen c3 and admitted to being a pawn down, went on to lose. The problem is, if the bishop is taken, the f-pawn now moves up to f3. Only one square to move the rook, rook e3, and now g5 is not covered, so the black queen can slide its way into glory on g2. Very nice little tactic there, just showing what makes the difference between these guys and some of us normal kind of patzers. Finding seemingly impossible moves and making them work is a skill that some of the top players have. And that's exactly what Giri does here. He has a safer king, better development than black, with the black king being stuck there. But he needs to find a way to get at that king. You know, he needs to get through the door, rip it apart. How does he do it? C4. And this seemingly impossible move is opening up the position. So it might not look like a deadly tactic, but I really like it from the visual side. The point is, if black ever captures with a b pawn, it allows the queen into b7, and the queen will rampage over on the queen side. If d takes c4, knight takes c4 will come, or even bishop takes, and the same thing happens. So a very nice move, forcing the opening of the position. The game continued. Bishop takes f3, knight takes f3, and now pawn takes c4, and simply bishop takes c4. Again, this can't be captured because the queen coming in. Black tries to develop some of his pieces, and now a very nice couple of moves from Giri. You still need to force a way through to that king. And he does this by playing e4, using his central majority, bishop e7, bishop c1, gaining a very useful tempo, queen a5, and now d5. Lovely play, forcing more lines to be open, and he goes on to win in a mere 23 moves. Great vision there from Giri. In an interview for one of the leading publications in the chess world, Giri, who's renowned for his draws and accepting draws, he got all draws in one candidates, was asked who his favourite musician, rapper, singer or band was. To no one's surprise, he answered 50%. And in this position, rather than giving checkmate with rook to h2, he decided that he would prove that his answer was correct, and he played rook g7, giving stalemate. Joking. Now, I do joke about Giri and his drawing tendencies, which is a little bit unfair. After watching a number of his games, he's actually an extremely exciting player and very capable of excelling and doing well, even winning the candidates. Do you agree with me? We all got to have a bit of a laugh, and we know Giri has a great sense of humour. Thank you for watching this video. Do like and make sure you subscribe to Chess.com. Check out the website where they have more premium videos. You can learn lots of opening and other things there. And I'll try to continue with this series as long as I get enough likes and subscribes.